Hey guys, it's Anna J. Wellner with the Author Library, and I have another marketing video for you guys if you're interested. Whenever we're talking about creatives, I wanted to talk about the actual design of an ad campaign. So get your creatives ready. Some websites actually have websites actually have tools that allow you to create great visuals. Get familiar with PowerPoint and Publisher, which is a part of the Microsoft Office suite. Play around with it and see what you can come up with. This is where I do most, if not all, of my creatives. Now, if you're not skilled enough to, or don't have the time, really, to do some of these things, then know what you can outsource or should outsource and what you can't. Character art is something that I can't do, so I've outsourced that. But every website, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, they all have their own sizes that they recommend you have your creatives done for. So kind of look into that. It is a little bit of a learning process to be able to do this. So if you don't feel comfortable doing it, like I said, hire it to be done if you have the opportunity to. If not, there's no harm in trying things out and seeing what works and what doesn't work. You can always learn. There are YouTube videos out there that will help you to create ads using Publisher, or learn how to use Publisher, or to use PowerPoint to create videos. That's how I do all of my video trailers. Actually, that's how I do all of my videos, is through PowerPoint. Yeah, I know, right? So no fancy software there, although I do have Photoshop, and I do have the Adobe Cloud. It is quite expensive. I don't use it all that much. I did use it to create my audiobook. There again, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, which takes hours upon hours upon hours to do, then hire it to be done if it's within your budget. If it's not, then you might take a stab at it and see what you can do, because there is the opportunity to save yourself money, but not at the expense of good creatives. So find out what works. There are a lot of places a key term to use is royalty free. So royalty free means that you don't have to pay for your visuals, which can be videos or public domain. Would be a better way to say it. Search for public domain videos, public domain images, public domain, and those don't have a cost associated with them. They are free to use in any way that you want. So they can be very beneficial in helping you to create your advertisements and your creatives. Utilize a couple of these that I use are Pixabay, Pexels, and I'll put this in the description too, Unsplash, and those are for background images and because some of the images, if you just search for images or if you go on Pinterest, some of those are copyrighted, and you don't want to get into an issue where you can't upload something because it is in fact copyrighted and they take it down. And the same thing goes for music. So Pixabay and Pexels have free videos that I use for trailers if you do choose to do your own. Music for a trailer, this is a really cool thing. As long as you don't want to be, as long as you're not worried about your YouTube channel, your author YouTube channel being monetized, then you can use any song you want in your trailer. Pick a popular song. It can be basically any song you want, as long as it's posted through YouTube. So you're covered if you post it through YouTube. And then, but it can't, you'll see where it says copyright claim after you post it. Don't freak out. It just means that you can't monetize that video, which means that you can't get money for ads on that video. They're not going to take it down. If there is an issue with the music that is where you can't use it, it will actually say that it's a copyright restriction. Just take the video down, choose a different song, and you're good to go. Like I said, any song, even popular songs, you just can't monetize them, and you'll have to use the YouTube link for posting that trailer to your social media. Free music can be found at Evoke Music, which allows one free download a day when you sign up for the free version. So bookmark your favorite tracks. Spend a couple of hours going through different tracks. They've got a ton of them. They're free, but just one a day. And so you can download them and keep them in a folder to use later. That's what I do when I create the video intros and outros for this channel when I do the interviews. So bookmark your favorite tracks on the site and then come back daily if you need to and download those and save them. bensound.com is another great place to find royalty-free music. You just need to attribute that in the description or somewhere on the video that the music is from bensound.com. And they have purchasable tracks, and they also have free tracks, so you can choose from either or. Know your demographic. I keep saying this over and over and over again, but it's so important because you don't want to create an advertisement or a trailer that has upbeat, happy music that would appeal to, say, young adults in my demographic, and then use that music for a trailer on just, common sense. You wouldn't use that for a historical romance or for a trying to think like a political thriller or a nonfiction. It wouldn't work. So create your ad groups when you're creating ads, so that you can choose that ad group each time. I talk about that later, which makes things easy. And so if you're able to create multiple ads, if you get to the point where you're able to do the creatives and do those, then create lots of them. It's really beneficial for you to learn how to do that because you don't want to use the same creatives over and over and over and over again because they start to get stale and people will just bypass them because, oh, I've already seen this one. So get a little bit of experience under your belt and change those up from time to time. When we talk about running A/B ads or A, B, C through Z ads, then you'll have a mass of creatives to test. And so that can be really helpful for determining which ones are effective and which ones kind of get lost in translation. So make sure that you do test them and see which ones are resonating with your target demographic and which ones are being easily passed over. A great way to do this is on Pinterest to run for one day, or even on Instagram. Whenever you have a new creative that you really, really like, test it out on Instagram, see how many likes you get by using all of those hashtags, and let it go and see which one is the top performing one that gets the most likes, the most views, etc. So, and my final piece of advice for those of you who choose to create, this is a short video. So my final piece of advice for you guys to consider is that your ad campaign should have kind of a central theme to it. So I use, the only thing that I have is to use my book as an example. So there are pinks and purples in the cover of the book. So I try and use creatives that have those colors in there, or that kind of pull those colors out from the cover and accentuate. You don't want your background image to completely take over. Don't make it too busy. Don't make it too chaotic. Make it as simple as you can, and let the cover of the book shine. So let's say that you want to create one of those mock-ups. The best one that I have found is now All Author. If you join All Author, there is a free option where you can choose to mock up your book. But let's say that you have a book that's coming out, but you don't want anybody to know what the cover looks like yet. Yeah, and do you want to get go ahead and get a jump on starting your creatives, which I've already done for the second book in the series. But I haven't released the cover officially yet. And I have not put it up on Instagram or Ingram Spark. I keep saying that wrong. Ingram Spark. To be discoverable by All Author. So I can't use their mock-up program. There's a program or a website called smartmockups.com. I believe that's what it is. Let me check really quick because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. I will have smartmockups.com, and they have multiple different options for books, tablets, and it's free. So you can take any cover, and if you want to test out your covers, if you're creating your own cover, or if you have a cover designer that has sent you over a proof and you say, oh, I want to see what this is going to look like whenever I put it on my book, then go to smartmockups.com, and they have a mockup generator that is for free that you can upload your image to and check it out, and then you can download the high resolution version of that to use in your creatives or in your book trailer, which is where all of mine come from. So those are a couple of tips to keep in mind that I use when I'm doing my creatives for my advertisement campaigns. So I hope you found that useful, and as always, let me know if there's something else that you have a question on, and next we'll talk about the pros and cons of each social media platform and what you can expect from running an ad on one of those. All right, guys, so I will see you again soon.